yes, you run, children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and those of you waiting and wanting to come out of her, my people. Shabbat Shalom. I hope you're having a nice, peaceful day on this Sabbath. Today, I'd like to talk to you about prophecy and the shamayim, the green horse that has been released, given its power, and the conquering of the fourth part of the earth, which is coming rapidly. Today's prophecy is right out of the shamayim. I mean, it has to do with the battle in heaven that has been that's described in Revelation chapter 12, and it has been going on since Passover of 2020. When Michael the archangel stood up and kicked off the war in the shamayim as prescribed in Daniel 12. For those of you that's never heard any of this prophecy found in the shamayim, let me explain to you a little bit. The shamayim tells the story of salvation. It's the true gospel written in the heavens, Psalms 91, never to be changed, the untouchable truth. And it is what is used to prophesy, and the prophets always used it to prophesy. Those of you new to this ever hearing prophecy found in the shamayim, the luminaries that lying NASA has taught you are planets, or they're not, they're wandering stars. They go through the 12 constellations, and at times when the time is right, prophecies come from them. Let me give you a touch base on who's who to the heavens at night and see all the beautiful, pretty, sparkling stars. Well, that's all we see in our dimension. But what is going on is, in their dimension, they look nothing like what we see in our dimension. They are angels prescribed to do specific jobs. And this is how you have the fall of Satan in Genesis 6, along with 1/3. Well, they did not keep their estate. So these constellations that we see every night being the same, going through and only changing our view of them through the seasons, is the angels that have kept their estate. They have done the commandment of Ayah and done what they are prescribed to do. Of these luminary stars, we have 5 wandering stars who move throughout the 12 constellations telling the story of the Gospels. But at times, those called to understand and to read, they put out prophecies when it was time. This is the same way that all prophets throughout the history have got their prophetic words, their prophetic understanding, how they prophesied. Look up, what do you see? As prescribed all throughout the Bible. Now, the first one of these is what we know as Mercury. Well, actually, it's Gabriel, I believe, the messenger, who goes throughout, and you can watch Mercury. It's always leading and coming back and telling the other luminaries when it's time to go. So, it is the messenger. Now, the next wandering star we have is Venus. Venus now, the bright star, the morning star, once belonged to Lucifer, Isaiah 14:12. Oh, how thou art fallen from shamayim, O Lucifer, son of the morning. However, after the fall of Lucifer, it was prescribed to the Messiah. We find that Revelation 22:16. I, Yahusha, have sent mine angels to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. But the bright morning star does not end there, because we find in Revelations 2 that it is given over from the Messiah and to another group of people. Let's see who these are. Revelations 2:26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I keep, and will I give power over all the nations. and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessel of a potter shall they be broken into shivers, even as I received of my Father, and I will give him the morning star. So there we have the three stages of the morning star of Venus. First, it was of Lucifer till the fall, then the Messiah until the end, and then given to a remnant people. Okay. Next in the luminaries, we have Mars, which would be better known as Michael the Archangel, or the man of war, the angel of war, a great prince which stands for the people. Daniel 12. He is the one who kicked off the war in the shamayim. We can find in Revelation 12. The next luminary we have would be Jupiter. Now, Jupiter, everybody knows and considers Jupiter the king planet. But this is why it represents the Messiah, is a priest and a king, as found in Psalms 110 and 4. Ayah has sworn and will not repent. Thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. This Melchizedek is Jupiter and what Jupiter represents and shows us in the heavens. The final luminary that we find, which we call Saturn, which has rings, is none other than Satan himself. Hence the rings, the bound one. He is the one who has not kept his estate, and he goes to and fro. He is the prince of the air, the ruler of this earth as of right now. Find in Job 1, Ayah said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? And Satan answered Ayah and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking and down in it. So here we have the 5 luminaries, the 5 wandering stars established. Now let's jump into this war that has been happening since March 2020, Passover 2020, and see what's going on and where we stand with this prophecy today. Now, many people, mainly the Christian church out there, the Christian crowd out there, because I see it on YouTube nearly every day, believe that there is a great tribulation coming of 7 years. But no, who wants a great tribulation for 7 years? I sure don't. If you want a 7-year tribulation, good for you. I'll take the 3.5-year one that is truly prescribed in the Bible. You see, there's a 3.5-year period times 2. And this first 3.5-year period has already started, and it happened, like I said before, and we'll say again and again, Revelation 12 woman with the great sign appeared a great wonder in the heavens, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. Now, and this war happened around March 2020, my Passover 2020, Daniel 12 chapter 1. At that time shall Michael stand up. Well, that time that he stood up for this war in heaven prescribed in Revelation 12 was around March. And this battle has been raging and raging between Melchizedek and Satan. Every night you could go out and look up and see it. It's happening. But as we watch, they are growing closer and closer and closer and closer together. And watch, December the 1st of 2020, we're going to have first contact. Crap is going to hit the fan here on earth. Because as it happens in the shamayim, it happens on the earth. There's the spiritual to physical. Spiritual to physical. This is how we can prophesy by the stars, by the shamayim. It's how Ayah is communicating with us and tells us these things. Not many will pay attention, but I'm here to say it anyway, because your blood is not going to be found on my hands. I believe that we have been in the 3rd seal up until this week when through the presidential election. Oh, what a crazy time, and all kinds of crazy events are coming out. And if you watch news that's other than found in America, in the United States, you will discover and see how these other countries are exceedingly glad that Trump is out. They said that he has had policies that are probably going to drive us to a war that we did not want to have. But anyway, I believe that he did, though, keep this third seal going. Hurt not the wheat. I mean, everything, or the grain, measure wheat for a penny. I mean, the economy was great. Measure barley for a penny. See, that hurt not the oil or the wine. Everything was going good with Donald Trump, okay? But during this election, the invite for the fourth seal opened up, and I will show you. And I looked, and I beheld a pale horse. Now this is with the fourth seal. Let me back up. Revelation 6:7. And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard a voice of the fourth beast, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. Now this pale horse, pale is green, and his name that sat on him was Death. And hell followed with him, and power given unto him over a fourth part of the earth, to kill with the sword, with hunger, with death, and with the beast of the earth. Now, this green horse, what can we find kingdom-wise establishments, governments, rulers of this earth set up that is green? Islam. Check out this video.
Iranian President Hassan al-Khani declares that regardless of who attains the reins of power in Washington, the future American administration will surrender to the will of the Islamic Republic.
It's obvious to see that they're coming for us. The green pale horse is on the rise. Okay? That fourth seal, if it hasn't opened yet, it is going to open when Saturn and Jupiter make contact. When Melchizedek and Satan collide in the battle in the shamayim, and the powers of the earth are going to be shaken. America is going to be changed forever and forever. It must fall. Democracy must fall so that the pale horse can come in, ushering room for the Antichrist. But before the Antichrist can come, or Satan can come, the beast system, the fourth kingdom has to be set up first. It cannot be set up with democracy standing. Okay? I know everybody's wanting Trump. I know. I don't care. It's not my kingdom. I don't care who wins. I don't care if they come back and they say Trump won. It's not going to matter. The release of the green horse, the pale horse, is on its way. The seal is already broke, and there's no going back. No going back from it. None at all. And that is going to trigger the fifth seal, with the souls under the altar crying out, how much longer are you? How much longer are you? How much longer until you revenge us? And then what happens is the sixth seal. And that sixth seal sets off great things. Let's read. When we get to that sixth seal, oh, that's when you people are going to say, oh, I wish I would have listened. What is going on? Hearts are going to fail men. That chaos like never ever before. Even greater than the days of Noah will be the chaos. Because when that sixth seal opens, a great earthquake, the sun turns black, the moon becomes as blood, stars fall into the earth. Why do the stars fall to the earth? Let's look and see. Stars fall to the earth because of the war and the shamayim that's going on. So over in Revelation 12, which coincides with Revelation 6, the opening of the sixth seal, that war in heaven, where Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels and prevailed not. Neither was their place found in the shamayim anymore. Well, what is Saturn? Is Satan? Is it just going to disappear from the sky and nothing else happened? And a third of his stars in the shamayim just disappear? No. Listen, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, Satan, Saturn, who deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. That's all those stars falling from the sixth seal being open. But first, we got to get through this fifth seal. Let's get back to it. So, anyway, this battle raging on. And like I said, first contact comes December the 1st. Everybody was on Facebook, YouTube, prophesying, oh, November 2nd, it's going to be da-da-da-da-da. Oh, and I said, I can go back and show you where I said months ago, weeks ago, how I said, wait till December the 2nd if you want to see something. When these two luminaries, when these Melchizedek and Saturn collide for the final stretch of the battle before the sixth seal, before he's cast out of the shamayim into the earth. Rejoice, therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Why are they rejoicing? Because Saturn, Satan, is no longer up there going to and fro from heaven to earth, heaven to earth. He can no longer enter into the shamayim no more. He is cast out. Rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Now, when this happens, see, the fourth kingdom, the beast kingdom, has to already be set up and in play, because he knows he hasn't but a short time. And that is why Satan's president, you got to remember, Satan is ruler of this earth. He is the prince of the air. Everybody's, are you in control? Yes, he is in control, but it is already written. I mean, look at Job. That was the greatest man on earth. One of that loved Aya the most at that time. And all you give Satan power? Sure. Do what you will with him. What makes you think you're any better? He's coming. Are you prepared? I doubt it. Not yet you won't be. But hey, guess what? Why does he send great tribulation into you? So that you may find mercy. Because there's few that enter this narrow path to walk it. Broad is the way to destruction. I'm not saying everybody out there is going to fail. You will be saved in time, but you're going to have to go through great tribulation, because you will not put your idols down. Your false gods, you have rose up and placed them far above the Tower of Babel. But you will go through great tribulation so that you can discover the true love and mercy of the Most High, Ayah. And then will you be saved and delivered, and white robes be given unto you. But I know, until then, you're going to be stubborn. I'm crazy, I'm stupid, I haven't a clue what I'm talking about, is what you'll say. But that's all right. I'm just keeping my hands washed of your blood once again. Now, so, Revelation 12 and 13, when Saturn, the dragon, saw that he was cast unto the earth, from where? From the shamayim. He persecuted the woman. which brought forth the man-child. Now, when he sees that he's cast down, this is when he takes his seat. His kingdom's already set up. That's why he has placed in his presidency who he has chosen. Okay? This is why this video, let me show it to you one more time. Let me show this to you one more time. Listen closely to what this man says. Now, keep in mind, he is the rider of the pale horse.
Iranian President Hassan al-Khani declares that regardless of who attains the reins of power in Washington, the future American administration will surrender to the will of the Islamic Republic.
Not only that, check out these numbers here that says text 2 of Mr. Joe Biden's. Check this out. If it's pretty wild, huh? Check it out. As we enter into these next few weeks, few months, because I can tell you about the war in the shamayim. When Satan is cast down, Saturn falls to the earth with a third of his stars around February 22nd, 2021. I can tell you, for the next few months, things are going to be rough. They might not start for a couple weeks. They probably won't start until November 1st or 2nd, when this war has a head-on collision. And it's ramped up in the shamayim in the heavens, and it ramps up on the earth with his minions. You're already starting to see the demand for mask wearing to go back on before you leave your home. We can expect the food on the shelves to start diminishing. Because there's not enough? No, because they don't want there to be enough. They're going to make you depend on them. Remember, they have got to make the world such a living hell that you completely beg for mercy. You beg for somebody to come in and create peace. And here goes the deception. Okay? Be prepared. Have your hearts right. I'm prepared. I pray you're prepared to make it through these hard times that's about to come. Remember, the green horse is coming. He's about to be released to kill a fourth part of the... America has to fall. The whole world right now, check out these news clips. The whole world is waiting to watch and see what happens in America. And when America falls, the world will follow. And it will be a domino effect, giving opportunity for the fourth beast system to be set up. Go outside tonight. Look up. If you look into the south, you'll be able to see two bright stars, one beside each other. And that will be the war in the shamayim happening. If you look to your left, you ought to be able to see Mars in Pisces. He's been there for a while. He's cutting the bands of the fish, representing the two different peoples. One's going straight to the kingdom. The other one's going straight to great tribulation, because they won't listen. Repent. Get right. Come out of her. Come out of the church. Come out of the lies. Come on, people. See that it's all paganism. You've been duped. Doesn't it say this right here in Revelation 12:9? The great dragon cast out, the devil, Satan, Saturn, deceiveth the whole world. Are you ready to be deceived? It's coming. Don't fall for it. Just before I go, just remember, winter's coming. More evidence, maybe a third witness to the green horse. We got Islam stating democracy will bow, no matter who the winner is, right? Look at this number on Joe Biden. Interesting, right? And now, what I've told you about the war and the shamayim and what is coming and when it's coming. Listen to these words. Dark winter. Take heed that you have been warned, people. Shalom.